It is time to check in with Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati. I kind of mix it up each week. Last week it was Jim Diodati.
I like the way you say Senzik. You go Zenzik. I like the way you say that.
Well, thank you.
Ed McMahon
we
had
rehearsed
nothing
this stuff,
on
you know. Anyways, so mask mandates were lifted yesterday, and there was a vote yesterday for your region, and no longer required.
Yeah, no longer required. The only thing that we're really stressing, Bob, is leave everyone to their personal choice. Let's show understanding and patience and respect everybody's position. Some people are still struggling and trying to work their way out of this. Some people have got vulnerable people maybe at home, or maybe they are immunocompromised, and others just aren't ready. But I know for myself, I'm done with my mask and I'm happy to take mine off. I've done everything that I was supposed to do with the vaccines and everything else, and I'm looking forward to enjoying life the way we used to.
I'm kind of the same way, but I went into a store yesterday and everybody was wearing masks. I just out of guilt, and I'm going to wear mine. But I think that's, we're going to see that,
Peer pressure.
Totally. We're counting down the days to the April 1st lifting of the restrictions at the border. Will the floodgates open? We got the weather's improving, or is this going to be a slow burn and getting business back to Niagara Falls? I know you've talked about broken patterns with travel.
Yeah, Bob, I think your term, slow burn, I think that's what it's going to be. There'll be those that'll be waiting immediately to go and do the things they used to do, whether that was shopping or visiting some family and friends, or just to go over because they can. But by and large, we know it's going to be a gradual thing. Just like the masks, people need to ease into it like a hot bath, and they need to get into it, get comfortable. And once they've done it a couple of times, then I think it'll become more habitual.
That's the analogy and picture we were looking for. Thank you.
Slow burn, hot bath.
Right. Slow burn, hot bath. There we go. Now, the hospitality sector, how are we doing in terms of, the great resignation, as you called it? Are we getting staff back in place to meet this demand?
Yeah, we are, and now they call it the great negotiation. Where people they're looking for maybe a little bit more money, a little bit better options, and I understand that, but people are slowly coming back to hospitality. It's been hard. Some businesses are not open 7 days. They don't have enough staff. I can tell you, even on Saturday, I went to see Sebastian in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena, and even there you could see they were struggling with employees. So they're coming back gradually, but I will tell you, Niagara Falls, it's been a buzz the last few weekends between Valentine's Day, Family Day weekend, and then spring break. The city's been full. Matter of fact, I was talking to some of our tourism partners this past week for spring break. We did better than 2019 before the pandemic.
Wow.
So if that's any indication of things to come, we're really looking forward to a nice rebound summer.
That's encouraging, but not surprising. For the third most romantic place on planet Earth, that's an actual, it was a major website that did that survey. So congratulations.
Yeah, so, when people think of romance, they think of a few things. They think of, well, of course, ahead of Niagara Falls, there's the canals of Venice, and then an old town in Croatia.
Right.
And the other two, the next would be Niagara Falls, and then Bob Cowan right after that.
Yeah, thank you. But,
yes.
Well, and you have to admit, like, number one, yes, the canals of Venice. I was there, and I remember thinking, this is so romantic. If only Jim were here.
Why doesn't that surprise me that you were in the canals of Venice? You're just so romantic.
So worldly and romantic, yeah.
Yeah. And Bob, Winston Churchill once called the Niagara Parkway Drive the prettiest drive in the world. Marilyn Monroe did her film Niagara in 1953. And the falls between the American and Canadian Falls is known as the Bridal Veil Falls. So there's a lot of reasons to see Niagara Falls as the honeymoon capital of the world. It's a romantic place, and I understand has the highest concentration of negative ions anywhere in the world, which can do a lot of interesting things, including some magnetism and allure and healing and vitality. So a lot of people are drawn to the falls.
Wow, that's an informative sales pitch there.
Little known fact, as Cliff would say on Cheers, right?
That's right. Little known fact. Well, more little known facts next week. Good to see you, Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati.
Thanks, Bob.